Foremost, I want to start out by giving all praise to Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushua, Ba'Shem, Rakadish. Salutation to the elders and apostles of GMS groups and ones alike, teaching 100% truth. Shalom, Barakathum to them for the edification and knowledge. And double honors to the elders and apostles of GMS groups and ones alike, teaching 100% truth. Shalom, Barakathum to them. And foremost, before anything, give all praise to Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushua, Ba'Shem, Rakadish. Tonight's lesson, I'm going to talk about a few lessons relating to, start off with 2 Timothy 2 and 4, relating to the entanglements, relating to the world. This is 2 Timothy's, this is 2 Timothy 2 and 4. No man that warreth entangle himself with the affairs of this life, that he may please him who have chosen him to be a soldier. That relates to the elect, man. The ones who prophesize and preaching this truth and word. So that relates to that. Beginning to separate themselves spiritually related from this world, man. From not be entangled with the ways of this world. Entangled is like a net or a trap, man. Now, on the flip side of that, relating to the 2/3, because they're entangled in the ways of the world, worrying about the affairs of this world, relating to their job, money, trying to still continue to be successful in the society that's dynamically changing. You know what I mean? Let's go to Micah. Let's go to Micah 2 and 10. Micah 2 and 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted, it shall destroy you even with a sore destruction. So this is not a place of our rest, man, especially for the so-called blacks, Hispanic, Native Americans. And this relates to spiritually, relating to that bondage, man. So begin to separate, because if you don't, you're going to get caught up relating to the destruction, man. And that's ultimately relating to Babylon. What's going to happen? So begin to separate, you know what I mean? I want to go to 1 Corinthians 7 and 31. Corinthians 7 and 31. And they that use this world and not abusing it, for the fashion of this world passeth away. So basically is to use it for its purposes, for its resources, for example, and different things, but not to abuse it, man, because it's all temporary. We'll put Isaiah 40 and 8. As the grass wither and the flowers faded, but the word of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua shall stand forever. So these things are temporary, man. Relating to that, you know what I mean? you use it for the purpose as a set forth to be used relating to resources and different things, but you don't abuse it. I'm gonna go to go to James 4:4. Ye adulterers and adulterers, know ye not that ye adulterers and adulterers, know ye not that the friendship of the world is an enmity, which is an enemy with Yahweh. Whosoever therefore will be a friend of the world is an enemy of Yahweh. So it's pretty much not loving the ways of this world, you know what I mean? And ones who love it are enemy to the Lord, man. Because the ways of this world is an enemy to the Lord, Yahweh B'Shem Yahshua. Let me go to 1st of John 2 and 15 through 17. This is 1st of John 2:15 through 17. I'm going to read that. Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. So if you're of the world, if you of the world, then you don't love the Father. You know what I mean? So you love the ways of the world. For all that is in the world is the lust of the flesh and the lust of their eyes and the pride of life, and not of the Father, but of the world. Lust of the world. And the world passeth away, and the lust thereof. But ye that doeth the will of Yahweh abide forever. These things are all temporary. The ways of this world is temporary. It's like that flower. It's like that grass that withereth. Isaiah 40:8. It's like that flower that fadeth, man. It's all for a moment. It's only for a moment in a season, man. That's how this world is. It's temporary. It's here today, it could be gone tomorrow. But relating to if you of the world, that means you're an enmity, which is an enemy of the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahshua. I'm gonna go to Proverbs 18:1. Proverbs 18:1. Therefore desire a man having separated himself, and seeketh and intermeddleth with all wisdom. Two-part on it. Ones who seek their own desires and pleasures, but reject sound wisdom. Relates to this truth. That's pretty much the ways of the ones of the world, man. They seek and go after their own desires and lusts, man. But they reject all things. They intermeddle with things that's pretty much not of their fair and business. Their own affairs, that's not of their concern or of none of their business, and which is going to be a snare to them. And they reject relating to sound doctrine, relating to this wisdom. Now the other part of it is ones who seek relating to this truth and knowledge and wisdom, and separate from all the impediments that can interfere with that. Impediment is a hindrance or obstacle or block or obstruction, and follow after relating to sound doctrine, relating to this truth and knowledge, man. You know, so it's twofold. So to the specifically for the 2/3, is pretty much going after their own leaning on their own wisdom and understanding. Trust in the Lord with all thy heart, lean not unto thy own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, he shall direct thy path. Be not wise in thy own eyes. Fear the Lord, depart from evil. Be not wise in thy own eyes. Fear the Lord, relating to his truth. Lean not to thy own understanding, relating to following after your own form of wisdom and understanding. And depart from evil relates to pretty much separating and going opposite of relating to the ways of this world. Now, intermeddling, basically, like I said, to something that has nothing, something that is not one's concern, problem, business, or matters, man. I want to get a verse with that. I want to go to Ecclesiastes or Sirach 11 with that one. That was 18:1, man. Because sometimes being entangled relating to entangled in the ways of the world can be a snare. It's going to be a snare to the majority of the people because you're so caught up in the ways of the world. It's like that net. It's like an internet. It's like a trap. You're caught up into it. And it's hard to get out of it. So you have to begin to separate and break free from that. I'm going to go to Ecclesiastes 11, Sirach 11. Now, before I start, that whole chapter relates to deceptiveness of appearance. Basically, don't judge. Sometimes appearances can be deceiving, And deliberation and caution, which is these verses I'm going to read. This relates to deliberation. Take consideration. Take consideration and discussion. By pondering and weighing out the matters and moving with caution. Being wary, being apprehensive in a certain matter, but being, with discernment, move with discernment and discretion, and just pretty much weigh out the matters before you actually move on. And that relates to that caution. But I want to get to the verses I want to read. Number 9. Strive not in the matter that concerneth thee not. So don't go out, don't concern stuff that has really nothing to do with you. And sit not in the judgment with sinners. So don't be in situations that ultimately that you end up getting caught for, and you won't, and you can be in trouble and be left not blameless. And that relates to intermeddling with things that really is none of your business. And you're caught in a situation you may not be able to get out. And you're going to be find fault for that, even if you were not. Basically, guilt by association, in a matter of speaking. Number 10. My son, meddle with not many matters. If thou meddle much, thou shalt not be innocent. That's what it is. So meddle not with many affairs, or you're not going to be somewhat blameless, man. And that relates to having discernment, discretion about what you do, how you do it, and certain things. And if thou follow after, thou shalt not obtain, neither shalt thou escape by fleeing. So you, in a whole lot of things, multitude of things, you may not be able to escape. That's going to be that snare and trap. And when you're trying to escape that situation, you may not be able to because you're caught too deep. So it's about meddle, pretty much being mindful of what you meddle into. And that's that relate to that caution, that deliberation and caution. Pondering before you move on certain things. Having discussion, And move with caution. All right, that was Sirach 9, Sirach chapter 11, 9 through 9 through 10 verse. And that's very important because 2/3 pretty much are caught up in a lot of things, man. And it becomes that trap and snare to them, especially becoming entangled in the ways of this world, man. It's easy to get caught up. And the society has dynamically changed economically, socially. You know, Jake, you know, he's so conformed to the world, man. So conformed and indoctrinated to the world. He acts oblivious to the things that's really going on. And that's going to be his ultimate snare to him and trap, where he may not be able to escape from it. So begin to separate. This is the lesson tonight. Begin to separate from being entangled in the ways of and affairs of this world. I hope this hope this helps someone. You know me, in a matter of speaking. Whoever listened, I hope it benefited or helped someone. This was just a few verses relating to that. I want to give all praise to Yahweh, Bashim Yahushua, Bashim Rakadish. Salutation to the elders and apostles of GMS groups and ones alike, teaching 100% truth. Shalom, barakathum to them. And give all praise to Yahweh, Bashim Yahushua, Bashim Rakadish. Wa Shalom, thanks.